We reviewed how to use comparisons, and then we also looked at De Morgan's law. In this video, we're going to learn about arrange and select. So first, let's load our libraries, our data sets. We have tidyverse, and then we also have the NYC Flights 13 data set. NYC Flights with an S. So now we've got our data sets loaded, and let's look at arrange. Arrange works similarly to filter, except that instead of selecting rows, it changes their order, or it sorts the rows. It takes a data frame and a set of column names to order by. If you provide more than one column name, each additional column will be used to break ties in the values of the preceding columns. So we'll start looking at flights, and this brings up the data set as is. We can actually sort the data by month, year. We need to know what days that is. We can sort it by year, month, and day. And this will sort it in ascending format. So you can see the difference between the first data frame and the second data frame is non-existent because the data is already sorted based on ascending order. If we wanted to look at the flights with the biggest delays, we can use the descending command, and we can say array arrival delay. So this will return the flights with the greatest arrival delays. You can see these are only 11 minutes. Some flights actually showed up early, 18 and 25 minutes. But let's look at the values with the biggest arrival delays. These will arrival delays of 1,272 minutes. So those are many, many hours of time that those flights have been delayed. We can, the one really quick thing to be aware of when using any of these functions is that NA will be sorted at the bottom of the list, no matter if you use ascending or descending order. NA is literally just non-existent, not available. So it doesn't know whether to sort it at the beginning or the end. So it always goes to the end, whether you use descending or ascending order. Now let's talk about select. So it's not uncommon to get a data set with hundreds or even thousands of variables. In this case, the first challenge is to often narrow the variables to get the variables you're actually interested in. And select lets you rapidly zoom in on a useful subset of operations based on the name of the variables. Flights is probably not the best data set to do this in, but it's a good way to demonstrate the functionality of select. So we can select flights, and then we want to see year, month, and day. And this returns only the columns that you have selected in your select statement, in your select function. We can also, we don't have to explicitly name every column. We can say we want all the columns between year and day, inclusive of year and day. And this will return the same data set, but you don't have to explicitly say I want the month as well. And then you can also say I want everything except the year, month, and day. And just put a minus at the beginning of it, and that returns all the columns except those three columns that you asked for.